Alright, here you go. Episode 5. But this time it's a little different. Episode 5. The story that someone killed. The cause is laughing ruthlessly under the moonlight, and with the life-threatening knife, kill it for your friends. There's just ominous laughter in the background, by the way. It is selectable. You can only kill it. Okay. Are you ready to save your friends? Are you ready? Sure. Would you like to do anything for your friends? Or would you do anything for your friends? Sure. Would you like to do the story that someone killed? Sure. Whoop, and now we're here. This place is... It's a different era, but it's the same place as where we were. This place was later called the Ruins of Rainwater Drops, and then Ruins of Oblivion. This is the era where I died. The area left to us is where the Ruins of Tears were located, or left of us. No, yeah, that makes sense. Again, I'm trying to sometimes interpret the sentences differently, because initially I think they don't make sense, but no, this one makes sense. The area left of us is where the Ruins of Tears were located, yeah. Tonight, the god-binding ritual will be held at the same place and at the same time. But the cause will be gathering here at night. Since my power can't reach the Ruins of Tears, when they are all gathered here at night, kill them before it starts. That's right. The god-binding rituals brings a living human to a sacred place. It's a ritual to bury and sink oneself alive. It's a terrible thing. But I must kill? Hey, is there any other way than killing? You know all about it, right? Well, look at it. Look at them yourself. You just had a strong will, that's it. What do you mean? It's their strong will. I couldn't change it. If you're not convinced, give it a try. The cause lives in the village east of here. But the world is beginning to forget you. You can interfere, but your voice doesn't reach, so be careful. I'm not so sure. Who is this cause? You'll know it immediately. Okay. The cause. Why did she say that so vaguely? Why is she so familiar with the beginning of God? Let's save the game. Well, there's a lake. The water is so clean. Why children continue to be chosen as sacrifice? Producing the mouse to feed? Adult selfishness. Because it was an unimportant life. Really? Is that it? It's okay. I could endure until the past changes and everything is saved. Well, the only way to go is go right. A way to save God. The one who knows God's name can pull God's hand. The means to save God is like recalling a child. Ururu, come over quick! Setting off, will start. Or the sending off will start, I guess. Okay. Alright, I'm going over there now. That child is... I mean, yeah, that's Ururu, but Suirin, I guess. Hey, that was you. Oh, okay, you guys sit there. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Ree. Sora! Sora! Oh, when I see Sora, I just think of Kingdom Hearts. Okay, Rui. Okay. You're so late. The sun will set, you know. Sora? Which one is Sora? I don't know, anyway. Isn't it okay? Because you see, we're in time for the sending off. Sora is too soft to Ururu. Ururu won't grow if you keep spoiling her. When did Rui become my mom? Ever since the day when I attended your sending off, or when I attended the sending off your mom, I guess. Your that sounds like your mama joke. Anyway, ever since the day I attended the sending off for your mom, I think what she means. I'll be strict so you can be a good child. I don't want such a mom. Besides, my mom will be back soon. If you become a good child, right? That's why I'll be a good mom for you. Now, I'm not sure, is Sora a boy or a girl? I can't tell, to be honest. What is Sora? Sora has green eyes, right? I can't tell. Sora, I think... Again, I think these children are the reincarnations of the characters we saw before, right? It's very anime, but like, they're all related, I feel like. I think we talk about that later. We should go quick. We'll be really late. Well, that's right, let's go. Okay, because yeah, that's Ururu. But that's not Ururu, is it Ryu? Rui? No, rather, no, that is Ururu, but this is Ryu. She has red eyes, so it makes me think that's Shiki. And Sora has green eyes, makes me think that's Yotsuba, maybe? Or like, you know, the previous incarnations of them, anyway? I'm assuming anyway, you know. Because it's very anime. Of course they would, like, do that. Looks like it's over. Because Ryu the mommy, was preaching too long. Uru's the one that shouldn't be late. In the first place, why'd you go for a walk? I think you're the same to each other. You three, keep quiet. Yes. I am quiet, though. There's nothing you can do even you're here. Let's go home for now. Hey, big sister. I was always curious. Same like my mom, why does the one who is sleeping get sent off, or get the sending off? If you bury them in the soil, they get stuck, right? Isn't it painful? The soil will mess up their mouth. I think because they were called by God. The one who was called naturally went to where God is. Also, soil, water, and fire are the blessings of nature left by God. So those who are called can go to God without suffering. Then I wonder if they'll be back soon. My mom has been out all this time. That's if you be a good child, okay? Hey, me and Sora are good enough. Why is no one coming back? Why don't you call them? That's because God is whimsical. So that's why, let's all wait. Together. Hey, I'm also a good child. Alright. Okay. Well, yeah. It's the kids don't understand, but what it looks like is that they're just burying the dead? Maybe? But like, the adults are not, like, being transparent with that? I'm not sure. Well, maybe it's a burial farewell. I wonder if someone died. We can move around. Let's play the game again. It's a poor harvest this year. We should eat less so we may not be able to survive the winter. One of us got sent it off so we couldn't play tag. What should we do? Should we call those three to play? But aren't they God's reincarnated children? Because their hair is so white. Somehow I'm scared. Well, but what should we play with just two? Hide and seek? God's reincarnation. Seems that those three were avoided by everyone. Okay, so the three people, you know, the three, like, white-haired children, of course they are, because they're special anime children, is, nobody likes them, I guess, or at least, you know, they are wary of them. Okay, same dialogue. It's funny how people are saying, they're getting sent off, you know, sending off. But nobody, at least the children, you know, don't understand that means death, you know? They just went on a trip. That's all. They went to the farm, you see. God, huh? If you really exist, get rid of this situation. You can't do that, right? You don't exist after all. If that old tale was true, it wouldn't be like this. Seems the people in this village don't believe in God. Heathens! Heresy. The children shouldn't die first. I don't believe in God, but if you want to take anyone, take me next time. Beg you. Don't rob us of our children anymore. Okay. Flower offerings. Someone may have died. Someone died and a ritual was held at night. Does it have anything to do with it? Maybe a coincidence? I don't know. I feel like, someone saying the crops are bad and the whole theme of sacrifice and things like that. I think this whole sending off ritual might not, it's not as innocuous as it seems. I think they're sacrificing people, maybe. As usual, the entire game is all about human sacrifice, I feel like. That's what I'm guessing anyway, but I'm not sure. The deceased child seems to have lacked nutrition. Is your child okay? Looks like she's not feeling well lately. I've been sharing my portion as well, but I don't want to keep bothering other villagers. What are you talking about? I'll share the food in my house later. Feed your child. Never let them die. It's the role of adults to protect children. Understood? Oh, thank you. In the dream I always had, the adults kept sacrificing their children. But these people seem to think opposite. Maybe something happened. As much as sacrificing the children they cherish, or it's something that must be done. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it is different. Because, I remember in all the other episodes, the village always was very gung-ho about killing children, but in this era, before the whole ritual started, they weren't much into that. Did you come over here? Well, anyway, the past you seems like a normal kid. I still don't want to meet everyone yet. And I'm a normal kid by nature. That's right. You look pale. Are you okay? It's nothing. It's okay. Don't mind the blood, by the way. She's just never cleaned up that blood. She's always bleeding forever. Cluster Amaryllis is blooming. That does make me wonder, because I remember, I don't know, I remember Shiki actually. The initial appearance of Shiki, she had like a bunch of scars, right? And then I think she did have like a bandage on her and everything. I wonder what that was about. It just looked like a stylistic choice. I don't know if there's like a purpose of that. Or is it like, do gods just never heal? I wonder, I wonder about that too. Like, if gods, despite being immortal, if they get hurt, they never actually heal from their wounds. Maybe that's why she still has, she's still bleeding, right? That's what I'm guessing. The Shiki also had the same thing, where she just had scars and just a bandage, which seemed to never heal. I don't know. But when we see her in the future, though, she did look different, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. I have to look at the actual portraits and compare them, Nothing else in particular except this axe. This RPG Maker axe. Even though they're just children, if they attempt to just do just that, they must restrain or threaten them, right? There are ropes and axes over here. So if I keep an eye on this place, can the ritual be stopped? But it's not the whole village, right? If it's a kid, they're likely to cry or scream. I think someone in the village would notice. A way to perform a ritual without anyone noticing. It may not be stopped, or I may not be able to stop it unless I look for the solution. This is... knife. I felt like I've seen this knife. But where? Wasn't the tip missing? Oh yeah, because she herself, in the past, at least her past self, used a knife to stab someone in the face. I remember. It was used the runes of rainwater drops. I think this is a memory of the previous me. Oh, old Knifey, my best friend, Knifey. Owned by the god Ururu, the blade's tip was missing at the time. It's not missing now. Well, I mean, isn't that like a self-fulfilling prophecy, actually? Because now that she has a knife, doesn't that mean... Well, I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm making assumptions here. Why did you die before me? Why did my child have to die? It's true that she's dead, but it's not your fault. It's just the kid's own fate. crying about her child. With tears, a woman who lost her child wished upon the hill where the starry sky can be seen. Later, she harbored a child who shed her tears in joy. It was reflected into the starry lake. The child, bearing a silky white hair, that child is blessed as a reincarnation of God. I think it's an old tale in this village. Hill where the starry sky is, and the lake of the starry sky. I think the lake near the village is the place where the ruins of oblivion are, and the hill of the starry sky is the ruins of tears? Maybe it has something to do with it, but there's not much information. Well, these are the 3 children, by the way. Hey, I wonder why that girl was caught by God first. True. It's hard to believe the child who kept staring at us with strange eyes would be chosen first. I think it's because we look different. Isn't it like the old tale that adults used to say? Again, I don't know if Sora... It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if Sora is a male or a female. I'm assuming... Well, I'm assuming male only because I've been doing like really bad female voices this entire time. I just want a break from doing like really bad anime girl voices. So that's why I just want like a male voice. Just because. But I'm assuming Sora... I don't know, I'm not sure. Is Sora like a masculine or a feminine name? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, again, the only Sora I know is from Kingdom Hearts. And he's a dude, so... That's what I'm assuming. But, you know, I'm judging from the eyes, right? The reincarnation of gods? I'm assuming they're... like the reincarnation or a previous incarnation of Yotsuba, I think? Or maybe not. It is a different color. It's not like fully green. It's more like a turquoise color, so I'm not sure. Oh, anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I think it's because we look different. Isn't it like the old tale that adults used to say? That's why I don't want others to keep staring at me. The adults are also the same. I really don't like it. Other children are called, our mom are called. I think it's inequality, you know? This is inequitable. We must fight against the oppression of the sending off ritual. No, it's unfair. I feel that we haven't had much food lately. Maybe we're the only ones? I think that's terrible. And also, they always keep secrets from us. I felt like they've been lying even before. Hello, Unknown Orange. It's a unisex name? Yeah, I'm not sure, but I guess so. That's right. Opposition to inequality. Rebel against the system. We must dismantle this unfair practice. What's called first? True. Oh, okay. Same thing. Sometimes I always check just in case they say something new, but it's the same dialogue. Alright. Is there anywhere else we can go? We can't seem to go left. I think it was mentioned that the Tears of Ruin, or I keep saying, yeah, is that the right way? Ruins of Tears, rather, is to the left of this location, but we can't actually go there. God embodies human wishes. The sky reflects the heart of God. The word of the sky reflects the heart of God. I feel like I've read this somewhere. Yep, and yeah, over there. That's where it came from. Just now, I think it's the place I saw in my dreams. I know the name. It's the Ruins of Tears. The Ruins of Tears and Ruins of Rainwater Drops. So these 2 origins are from this village. By the way, the names of these 2 ruins are Rain and Tears. Names of the 3 children is Ururu, Rui, and Sora. Sora meaning sky. The ritual begins tonight in this village. And yet, it doesn't look like that. All the people in this village care about their children, right? And yet, that ritual is being held. What did they do, actually? Okay. Huh? Looks like someone's screaming for that building. What happened? Ah! What's going on? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Why is she, like, panicking? Let's go inside. What's happening? I just lived normally and did nothing wrong. Given all this, why did he rob her of me? Calm down. Of course no one's doing anything wrong, but considering the situation here, it's the weak who are taken. I'm sure this was her fate. All we can do is make the living children not end up like her. That's our last effort for that child. That's not acceptable. There are 3 reincarnated children of God here, you know. Why are we so unfortunate? Is anyone except for those 3 bound to be unfortunate? Those children make happiness of each other. There's a noise outside. Was someone in the front of the door listening? Oi, that's something that shouldn't be uttered. Oi. I mean, oi is actually a thing in Japanese. It's a very, like, rough way to talk, I guess. It just sounds weird in English. You know, oi sounds like more like a British thing. I feel like, oi. I don't know. It feels British to me. That should do something to be uttered. As I said, no one is bad. Of course, you and I and those children. Those 3 certainly look different, like children in an old story. But they're ordinary, kind children, not reincarnations of God. You know that too, right? I know. I'm sorry. Although I was a parent, I think about them and said the worst things. Those 3 also lost their parents and must be sad. We are the only ones who are unfortunate. I'm the worst. You don't have to blame yourself that much. But never say that again, okay? Okay. Okay. Alright, it seemed to be like, they're about to raise their pitchforks and then burn the children at the stake like witches. But then they're like, nah, that sounds dumb. And so they didn't do that. But, well, I don't know. There was a sound near the door, though. So, wonder who heard that. Well, we see someone walking away. And, mayhaps a misunderstanding is brewing. That girl just now, Rui? Perhaps she was listening to the ruckus. And conveniently heard the most, the most damning of lines in a conversation and conveniently left before she heard the rest of the story. But anyway, did you find a method other than killing? What's wrong? The night is coming soon. Hey, does anyone in this village really do the ritual? From what I observe, it doesn't seem so. I have a question, or something I don't understand. Since at the same time, the ruins of tears and ruins of rainwater drops become a place for gods. Rain and tears in the name of ruins. Aren't those 2 children turn into God? Or won't those 2 children turn into God? Or something like that? I think they'll cry or scream as someone tries to tie or threaten those 2. I don't think it's possible without anyone else knowing. Sacrifice a child to create God. Truncate the child to help many. Truncate? Truncate? What does truncate mean, actually? I don't know what that means. I'm going to look it up right now on Google. Truncate. Shorten the duration or extent of. That's what I thought. But like how was in this context, it sounds weird. Truncate a child. As in like, cut off, as in like shorten their lives, as in murder them. I think is what she means. Or something like that. Then how about before? Was it the same? It's not, right? They're taking good care of the children, protecting them with their lives. Did you know why the ritual began? Did you know why no one noticed? It's because no one was there to stop them. If you think about it for a moment, you'll understand. There's only one way to make them God without being noticed. Tonight, everything started and everything was over. I'm the first time, and you must end it. There's still time until night. Okay. Save the game. Rui, Sora, just a bit more. Both of you will be saved. I have to lock the warehouse at night since the children might come in. That would be a problem if one of them gets hurt. Eh? They're gonna lock it. Then how would they force those two to become gods? Maybe this person's the culprit? Doesn't seem like that. Again, I feel like... Ururu... at least the human Ururu, as usual, I feel like is very slow to, like, put the pieces together, but I think I already know what's gonna happen. Let's just say, the villagers aren't the culprit. Then by, elimination, who is, right? But anyway. Or by process of elimination. I don't want to keep witnessing the children's death again. Would you guys like to gather tonight and come up with a solution? That's right. Winter is approaching. We should discuss and find a way to overcome it. Then it is decided. Shall I tell people who aren't here right now? It's a problem for the whole village. Let's hear everyone's opinion. Looks like everyone will gather and discuss tonight. That means, if I keep an eye on them, then maybe we'll stop the ritual. If there's no one around, I can keep an eye on that person. Okay. She told me that she was tired and sleepy, so she went home. I'm sleepy too, so maybe I'll be going home too. Seems the child who was with him was sleepy went home. Those three seem to be perfectly fine. Why did they choose those two? Or why did they choose those two? Normally, they should be aiming for a weak child. It seems that adults in the village didn't tell anything about death to children. I understand their feelings. Sorry for saying such a terrible thing. That's not what you should say to me. If you reflect on it, I'm sure they'll forgive you. Okay. The villagers' wishes are the growth of children, and they don't want children to die again, right? The power of my old self is resonance. The villagers' wishes and the god's power doesn't match. Whose wish did the first god embody? I felt very unpleasant. Something within me is... I'm stalling, by the way, but... Okay, I think there's only one thing to do. The same thing. Only one thing left to do, I guess, is to just... go this way. Hey, I came up with a good idea. Shall we take over the work for him? We're still kids, right? You must be working now. We need to work now. You gotta start early, kid. Off to the factory. Pull yourself by the bootstraps, even though boots haven't been invented yet, I think. I really don't want it. And that's because he's slacking off, right? I don't want to do any more of that. It's alright. Sora remains here. When we're done with work, come call us. Yeah, the timid Sora remains here. We'll get it done quickly. We're the breadwinners, and you just stay home. Okay, just have to wait, right? Please come back soon. Okay. A good idea? I don't know the meaning by that. Oh, anyway. Yeah, we've read this before. With tears, when lost a child, wish upon a hill, starry sky, and starry lake. Even after I read about this story, I felt like the adults aren't taking this very seriously. Even if someone believed in it, do they want to force those two to become God? I don't know. Tonight, the ritual is going to happen. I think they should make a move soon. Okay, let's just check on the children. Oh, is someone singing? This is a different song, actually. There was singing before in the other episodes. Oh, it was always Shiki singing. But isn't this green sleeves or whatever? What is it called? La la da da dum 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 da dum 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 dum. No. The other two are gone. It's Ururu. Looks like nothing bad has happened yet. She seems to be in a good mood, but it's almost over. I would definitely stop the ritual. Ah, Mr. Butterfly, we met again. Why, Mr. Butterflies, are they so white? Huh? Ah, Mr. Butterfly was torn. Mr. Butterfly saw in the morning was also torn. But there are other Mr. Butterflies. I think it's okay. Don't worry. You know, just rip off their wings, that's all. That was not very ominous at all. Don't worry about it. No, she's totally... It's totally fine. I feel like the moral of the story is to explain explain to your kids what death means. Because they don't understand what death means. They're just gonna rip off the wings of butterflies, I feel like, and not understand that it kills them. Again. Everyone is gathering here. If you want to keep an eye, go right ahead. Okay. They're having a discussion. Want to take a peek? I take a peek. Except for the children, all the villagers seem to be gathering here. That's it? Okay, nothing else. Locked, won't open. This place is locked tight. Looks like no one can enter here. Seems like no one is trying to get out. In the end, I didn't think of a way. It's almost time. The cause are already gathered in that lake. Eh? But all the villagers are here, right? So the villagers aren't the cause. Did someone other than the villagers perform it? Then I have to hurry. Those two you made God. You gotta stop them. I hold the knife firmly, in case of emergency. Oh, that was the other Ururu saying that, though. That's weird. Be made as God, huh? Even though you're actually aware of it. Become as gods. Become as gods. That's interesting. The UI... Did the UI change? I don't remember her holding a knife. Or was she always holding a knife? I don't know. Anyway. If you go further, you won't be able to go back. You won't be able to save. I stop, and then I walk around some more to see if there's anything else I can interact with. No? I think that's it. Okay, let's just go. No. Maybe? There was it earlier? The God-killing ritual. God's life is eternal, but their heart is not. A ritual that conducts what God refuses extinguishes God's heart. When that happens, they can't be returned to human. Since it can't be reincarnated, it becomes nothing and disappears. It's a ritual that did not even assume the cause. The cause was the one that most feared. The God unraveling ritual. The ritual to return God to humans by separating them from their bond with land more than a certain time. The one who knows the true name of God can erase God's faith and sever God's bonds with the land by pulling God's hand. Also, when they're released from God that way, they can now return to be reincarnated. The cause. The cause. Us. It was a way to go back after going to God. After that, it came to be called the God Unraveling Ritual. the God-binding ritual. By returning one to nature in a living state of the sacred land, it grants blessing to a person's soul and binds it to the land by faith. There are only 3 of them. Isn't it time for the ritual? The cause is over there, right? Eh? Only children are here. They're victims, right? So Then, let's come to God's place. Eh? But does this lake and that... Or is that lake and that hill really okay? Isn't it okay to do it anywhere? Can't do it anywhere. This lake and that hill are the closest to God. Ururu, go from this lake and I am from that hill. It's a race. Let's see which one can go to God first. When we go to God's place, we're gonna take over his work instead. Yes, right. Reincarnation or different from others, I'll punish those who says weird things. I'm gonna make sure everyone is equal. I don't want it if it's just us. Happy times, sad times, painful times, and when hungry too. Everything will be the same. When you two come back, you can be happy, right? I'm looking forward to it. Please come back soon. Sora, your work is also important. Don't forget to call us back, do you understand? I won't do anything like Ururu does. I'll be waiting here all the time. Well, now you know why no one stopped the ritual. A few children snuck around to gather here. Who will be able to stop them? No one noticed because no one resisted. The reason why I didn't stop the ritual was because me and my friends were the performers of that ritual. Okay, that explains it. I mean, I had an inkling of, that was the direction that they were going for, The God-binding ritual is... What is the God-binding ritual? It was a game created by children's curiosity. But I don't think Sora, eternally unmoving. I think Sora literally stays there forever, but anyway. We just started with curiosity and playfulness, and by chance, it changed the world's law. Me, who wants equality, turns to God, who resonates everything. My power unnoticeable, so my faith was untold, and went away. Okay. So, that's why, okay. So that's why, by the way, the God Unraveling Ritual worked on Suiren, because nobody knew what she even did. Nobody even understood what she did, I guess. Ryu, who wants punishment, became the weather god and caused disasters. Since then, gray hair, red eyes are known as harbingers of disaster. Okay, Ryu becomes Shiki, I guess. But Shiki was a human in the beginning, as far as I remember. I don't know. By abusing power, targeting adults in the village, we turn out to be extremely hated by them. Non-adults were chosen to stop God, since we didn't hate the children. Because of this, the villagers' value for children changed. The villagers aren't originally evil, we made them so. Taking lives just for play, we were the ruthless gods. When Ryu disappears, and Sora dies, for the first time I knew the meaning of life and death. What's wrong? Is anyone there? Who are you? Hey, did you remember our words? You just have to kill the cause. I'm sorry. If I'm not waiting for salvation in the ruins last time, I was able to end everything. It's easy to kill a helpless and ignorant child, but I didn't do that. I couldn't. I was scared. I didn't want to. Because they're my friends. I did try to find a way without killing, but everyone didn't stop. The 3 who know nothing of life will go play without hesitation. Even if you go kill one, the next day they'll try to do it again. You have no choice but to kill everyone here. If you kill everyone, they won't become gods. and we can return to the world where God doesn't exist. Then the future of those three will be altered. I'm sure they can live as human beings. But if the current me does that, I'm sure, I will surely disappear. My power to resonate. Now I'm resonating with my past. In other words, if I disappear, the past me will disappear. But without the past, the future doesn't exist. If I disappear, you also disappear. I'm scared of being alone again, so I'm no longer able to meet everyone. But a world without God is surely everyone will be happy. Cause of retribution. The punishment of robbing everyone's future is here now. Come, let's finish this. Okay, we don't have a choice. We only can simply kill the Ururus. Plural, by the way. The past, the present, and the future. If we kill her, that means the whole cause of the god binding ritual will be, will not be a thing anymore. It will not happen. And then the whole thing with all the gods and the humans, won't exist. And I guess her logic is that, I don't know, because ever since they became gods, and caused supernatural things to happen, people started to do these rituals, and the rituals only work with children because initially they were children themselves and they didn't like the adults, so they would only talk to children and all that, but eventually those rituals were twisted in such a way where children were sacrificed instead. That's the idea, right? And that's why Suiren, or the god Ururu, understands that she has to stop the root cause of all this, to stop the children, being sacrificed in the first place. Is the idea, I guess? That's what I'm assuming. Now, the technicalities, though, that's what I don't get. We know how Ururu becomes god, I guess. I guess she buries herself, She buries herself near the lake, and that's how she became god. Rui is supposedly supposed to become Shiki eventually, right? She becomes the god of the weather and the seasons. But that doesn't really happen though? Or is Shiki a different person? I'm thinking Shiki's maybe Ryu and Sora are different people, That's what I don't get. Sora does not participate in the ritual, I think. But I assume he gets reincarnated. I say he, again, I'm not sure if it's he or she, but reincarnates into Yotsuba, I think, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Well, that's the funny thing about reincarnation, though. Ururu kept her name, though. What? Even though she got reincarnated as a human, she kept her name. Or maybe she's just special. I'm not sure. But yeah, everyone else seems to have different names when they get reincarnated, I think. But yeah, Yotsuba was originally a human, then becomes a god. Shiki was also initially human, you remember from episode 0. But then she becomes a god later because she gets buried, in the ruins of Oblivion, and then she becomes a god. So that's what I'm wondering. Who are Sora and who are Rui? Do they become Shiki or Yotsuba, or are they just symbolic? Or are they something else? I was also wondering if the god binding ritual can only be done if it requires sacrifice, right? You sacrifice children, but I remember the Shiki became a god without sacrifice, though. So I don't know. That's a little confusing. I don't understand her relation to the friends. But that's the reason why she couldn't kill herself. The Suiren anyway, the future Ururu. It's very confusing. But the future Ururu, the god Ururu, which is, not the future, rather the past Ururu, which is not the past. Anyway, Suiren couldn't stop, she didn't do this herself for many reasons, but the main reason is that she couldn't kill her and her friends. She didn't have the heart to. That's why she's asking the human Ururu to do it instead. Because she has the most courage to do it, I guess. The idea, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I have only one choice, so yep. Kill the Ururus. I can't see it, but I'm sure God is right in front of me, right? You hate me. Long ago, my mom was saying this to me. That God's existence is cruel and ruthless. God is indeed cruel and ruthless. I'm not God. I'm human, same as you. Everyone was smiling so sadly in the dream. Save everyone is something that the previous dying me has entrusted to the future. Beyond that, though, There is me who laughed ruthlessly. Ruthlessly. I'm scared, but I made a promise to save everyone. That's what I've inherited. It's my role right now. And there'll be no next time. My choice is firm now. I'll never start the story of God again. Oh yes, there's one promise left. I've got to see you. Alright, nice little anime ending. Oh, and we can move around now, alright? Can't save the game. She was right here. I guess we're back to the future, but I don't know. Hey, this person is probably Sora's bloodline. The one who stayed here was a friend who became God. Although I'm not the one who should say this. Let me tell you in her stead. I'm sorry. It's okay now. Huh. Sora's bloodline. So, okay. So maybe... I think I get it. Okay, well, maybe. I'm still taking a bit of a guess here, but this person has the white hair, so they're the administrators, and they mentioned how, like, their clan was related to the ritual, right? All this time. So Sora is the one that didn't become God, but they were responsible for the gods, right? And indirectly kind of caused the whole, like, tragedy, involving the gods and the humans. But anyway, but that's what he meant by staying behind, He stayed behind to oversee the gods and all that, I assume. So that was Sora's bloodline. I think, anyway. I think that's how it works. You're no longer able to see me, right? Although I knew it. These people should continue to exist in a different way. Mine would be just to this point. There's no point in talking to this person. No matter what I say, everything will disappear. This is the person who was talking to me. I guess it no longer happen now. Even this flower will no longer be needed soon. Name. Whose name is it? I'm trying to remember, but I can't remember it. The name must have been important. I guess I don't have to remember it anymore. The names of the victims long ago. No, it's a world where no one is sacrificed now. The name engraved here will disappear soon. No one will die. We won't need this memorial. My name will. I'm going to disappear from this world. We are soon disappearing. What a beautiful hydrangea. A flower was also blooming in that place. That place. Yes, it's where that child was. I'm sure that child is waiting. Finally, the promise I made long ago. I'm trying to understand what Ryu... Okay, so I think Ryu... It's a very small line. I remember Ryu... I think there was a small mention of how Ryu caused disasters, right? Became a god of disasters, I think. And how... how that indirectly made it so people who were born with white hair and red eyes were persecuted. That's what Shiki was, right? Shiki also had red eyes and white hair, but she was human. And incidentally, she became the god of seasons as well. So I don't know how that works. Then what happened to the original Ryu? Was she not a god, or she was a god, but I don't remember. I'm still I'm confused about the fate of Ryu, you know, and whether or not she's Shiki. I don't think she was. It wouldn't make sense in the timeline. But anyway, I see that you returned to this era. I'm sorry. Because of my lack of resolve, you gained the most painful role. Forgive me. The one who was painful wasn't me, but it was you. But was this really acceptable? All three are laughing, so happily. There's nothing wrong with it, right? This is fine. I don't think it's correct. You probably think the same, right? We always regret things. They'll be gone too. At last, I'm going to meet her. This world will disappear soon. If you still have anything left to do, I suggest you to hurry. I'm gonna go first. Okay, bye. Even though you're me. You're gonna go first, even though you're myself. Come, let's go. That child is waiting. Alright. Ward off disasters, and that's the same. So yeah, we have destroyed the original root cause of the god binding ritual, I guess. We return back to this timeline, but obviously we're going to be disappearing soon because we caused a time paradox, and now we're going to cease to exist. I assume is what's going to happen, but first, let's complete that promise we made with that child. We made in the first episode of this game. Hey, this time we're still bleeding, but you know, at least we're not super bleeding, like a stab wound. Well, actually, we stabbed ourselves. Okay, I think the idea of the reason why she's bleeding right now, by the way, is that she stabbed her past self. So the idea is that because she stabbed her past self, that's why she's bleeding now. Even though, I mean, it's very metaphorical, I guess. Hey, I'm sorry for making you wait. I'm back. I'm really sorry for being late. You are? Smile, Ururu. You've come to fulfill your promise, right? Don't cry. Don't cry. It's been a long time ago. It's almost gone. But I'm your friend. That won't change. I made a promise with you. When it's sunny, let's play together, right? It's a nice weather today. Let's play together. Okay, let's play. Whatever you say, bro. Let's just play. Even though you're bleeding from your side there, don't worry about it. I don't know what bleeding is. I'm a god. Are we playing hide and seek? I don't know what's going on. Oh, and then we're here. Aha! Surprise! Oh, we're playing that game, you know, that green light, red light game. We're literally playing games. What a wholesome, fun time, even though we're slowly being erased from time and space. Don't worry about it. Is that a flower crown? It's hard to see. It's very small. It's the Tumblr flower crown. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. It's not on the portrait though. That was so fun. Although we couldn't play together with everyone, I'm happy since I was able to play with you. Hey, if you happen to meet the others in the future, at that time I want you to convey my message. Tell them, I'm sorry I couldn't play with you, but I managed to save everyone, and please forgive me. And tell them to be happy, since this world will disappear soon. So tell them if you remember, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. Oop, Eh? Where are you? No. No. No! Normal N. Withered Smile. Normal ending. Ururu has disappeared from the story. Another story on the title screen has changed a bit. Continue on the title screen can no longer be selected. What do you mean? Okay. Ururu has disappeared. Ah, okay. So this story has been erased. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Some stories have been erased, I guess. There's only two. Story of someone's happiness and story of someone's daily life. Okay. You know, the ride never ends, by the way. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride, but I can't. Alright, okay, so I'll just continue to do what I can do, is just choose the other stories here. Can't play that. Can't play any of these. These are all gone. These are all corrupted in the timeline. Snake, you can't do that. You created a time paradox. So there's story of someone's happiness and story of someone's daily life. Sure, let's choose this one first. I don't know. I'm not sure which one to actually choose, but I'll choose this one. Would you like to do a story of someone's daily life? Sure. Yotsuba. That's unusual for Teru. To say I want to study. Teru's mom was also surprised. She even said it was okay if I didn't help out today. It's a surprise. It surprised me since your parents were so impressed just by saying that you would study. What should we do after this? Go visit Big Sis, who often gives sweets like usual? And then we'll enjoy a meal together. Today's nice weather after all. Aren't you strangely quiet? Not that difficult, right? Sis, I brought some sweets. Let's go eat together. Be quiet. Teru is unusually focused. I'd like to, but is it okay after this? But Sis, Teru is sleeping, you know? What? How could she invite people to study and yet sleep? He's just sleeping. Good. Teru, are you by any chance trying to skip through me? There's no other excuse to skip work except to study, right? I should have known that sooner. You would never use the word study, would you? You're so comfortable sleeping, aren't you, Miss Teru? Slap. Okay. Ow! Alright, okay, very quick scene. I guess it's kind of like an epilogue. So this is the future where, Ururu doesn't exist. They're just, normal people in modern times now. What about this one? Let's check out this one. The story of someone's happiness. Today is my birthday, where happiness... Let me actually read that. Story of someone's happiness. Today is my birthday, where happiness should have been here. Should have been here. Okay. Hey, am I open my eyes now? Not yet, a little bit more. Open your eyes, okay? Is this okay? I'm worried if it's done properly. Don't worry too much. It's perfect. Well, it's worth practicing. Hey, what did you guys put in my head? May I open my eyes now? I'm curious. Alright, you can open your eyes now. Ah yes, classic characters. Friend number 1 and friend number 2. This is... How's it look? You made it look good, right? Today is Shiki's birthday, right? We can give it to you, but we want you to accept it. We've been practicing for quite some time. It's definitely more beautiful than the other children. Hey? Why are you crying? Maybe you didn't like it after all? I don't hate it. I was so happy that I started to tear up. Oh my, so you're tearing up for that? Shiki's such a crybaby, it's not such a big deal. I was so happy, I don't know why, but I've always wanted it. And I didn't think you'd be so happy. Well then, we'll make it again for you next year. Okay. It seems that some people don't admit this ending in another story. Another story can be selected from the title screen. Okay, this is very fourth wall breaking there. Okay, that's Shiki. I guess, this is episode 0, which represents Shiki. Like, originally it was episode 0 anyway. This was Shiki's, chapter. She was wearing her usual clothes. Again, it's hard to tell where her clothes, her clothes that she initially wore also kind of seem modern. I don't know if this takes place in modern times, or was this Shiki from, the original timeline, but, without her, being persecuted for being, the origin of disaster and all that, right? Maybe. That's what I was thinking. And yeah, and this originally... Episode 2 was also Shiki, but the main character was Yotsuba, so this is technically Yotsuba's chapter. Which makes sense. All the other chapters, though, nope, can't do anything about it, because it normally would star a character that doesn't exist anymore. Doesn't make sense. Alright, there you go. She erases herself from existence. Okay. Kind of a sad story, really. I don't know if there's any other, way to end that. It doesn't seem like I had a choice at the end to do anything else differently. So the only choice was to, erase her from the timeline. But let's see. We're not done yet. The game did mention something about another story, so let's see what this means. Let's select this. Koharu. Koharu? Which means small spring? Words to convey, even though I was told I don't understand it. Chiaki, Thousand Autumn. It's just been erased, it can't be helped, although the emptiness remains. Miyuki, Deep Snow, I don't even know why it's so hollow. This seems to be the future that you've wanted. What? Okay, were they talking to me directly? What does this mean? This is such a happy future, but I really don't want it. I'm sure the world is happy, we are happy, but it's lacking something. Is lacking things... okay? Wouldn't it be good if we all were here? Hey, do you dislike spending time in the world of us? Do you really hate me that much? Although that world was harsh, but didn't we brave it together with you? I wish we could play with someone normally, but can't we be a little more bit more selfish? Okay. I feel like these were characters before. Well, I don't know. It's interesting, but I could have selected this option before, another story. I wonder if that affects anything, because these also seem like incarnations of the characters that we saw in the main story as well. So I don't know. Will never acknowledge such a future. Episode 6 has been added. Nani? I do wonder about that. Okay, well, we'll see. I guess I don't know, because I know another story is also like a thing as well. So I was wondering maybe I should play that before all of this happened, you know? So like I should have like from the very beginning check out that another story and probably I'm guessing what it is modern times, right? Where everybody's incarnated as like, you know, high school anime girls, and then it's just like slice of life K-On! Or whatever. I wonder if that's the case. Oh, anyway. But that seemed to imply that since we changed the future, that Ururu doesn't exist even in that story, right? And anyway, so here, but yeah, I didn't in this original recording session. By the way, I did not check another story, so I'm not. I don't understand that context, but maybe I'll check it later. Either maybe I don't know. I don't know if I need to reset the save data or not. But I guess we'll see. But apparently, episode 6 has been added, so. You know, it's not over yet. Even though Ururu did the ultimate sacrifice to make sure there'll be no more tragedy involving gods anymore, I guess we're not happy with that. Instead, we will go to episode 6 and see, well, what will happen.